Hello friends, from previous lecture, let us continue with the other programs of array. Last time we have seen merge elements of array. Now let us discuss how to calculate intersection of array. Intersection means what? If you have two sets, the first one is first contain the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and next array contain if 6, 7, 1, 8 and 5. What will the answer of intersection here? You will get the answer of intersection is Z. Intersected element are 1 and 5. That is, in case of intersection, you have to print common or you have to find common element from both sets. How to create this program? If you want to perform this process by C program, then you have to compare first value of X array with the all values of Y array. If it is equal, then only put in Z array. Then again take the next value, again compare with whole elements of Y array. If it is equal, then only put under the Z array. Therefore, for this process, you must have a nested loop, because if you set here I is equal to 0 and if here is the comparison, therefore we have to take a different variable for counting. J is equal to 0, then if I equal to 0, then j equal to 0 till the size minus 1, then I plus plus, then again j start from 0 till the size minus 1. Got it? It means what? You need here nested loop to compare one by one element of X array with the all elements of Y array. Then only you will get the intersected array. Okay, let us create the program. Here for this program you must have a X array, Y array and Z is also has the same size as X and Y array. You need here I, one more element is J, K is equal to 0 for the Z element, because under Z element what how many elements will store under the J element we don't know, therefore set here a different counter. N for size of X, M for size of Y. Enter the size of X and Y array. Then here enter the percent element of X array, scan the element of X, then scan the elements of Y array. Now write a process for intersection. As we discussed, we need here nested loop. The first loop for X array and the inner loop is for Y array. Then here is the simple logic: compare value of X to value of Y. If it is equal to Y of J, then only it will store under the Z. Here is K is used for a subscript of Z because we don't know how many elements are stored under Z. Then K plus plus. Okay. If the value of K is remain 0, then it means what? There is no intersection. Then check here. If the K is equal to 0, then there is no intersection. Else print the intersector element. Here take the bracket, we have a multiple statement. Here also we take a slash in. Elements store under z, again start from 0 till the value of k I plus plus, and now print the elements. Here is the simple program of intersection of array. Run it. Enter the size of x and y array. Suppose here x has 5 elements, y has 7 elements. Put the element of x. Put the element of y has here is the intersector element of array. Only common elements are print from the both array. Again, if you put an array and put the different elements, there is no intersection because no common elements are found. Okay, here is the simple logic of intersection of array. Now the next program is also simple program, sorting of array. If you have a set of array, for example x contain how to print this element in sorting order. Here is the ascending sorting 1, 3, 4, 5 and 9. For this program you have to compare one by one element of x array to all elements of x array. How it is possible? If you put here I is equal to 0 for first element, and if you put here j equal to I plus n 1 for the next element, then I is compared with the whole element of x of j, that is x of I is compared with the x of j. If what is the logic of comparison? Whenever you put this element in this order, then you have to apply one logic, that is if the element is small, then put the at the first location. If the element is, again compare these three with all the elements. If it is small, then put the next element, then 4, then 5, then 9. That is, in case of ascending array, we have to put the first element at the beginning and the biggest element at the end. Apply this logic while the comparison, but compare here the one element of x of I to all element of x of j. Here the comparison, if you have a 5 elements in array, then comparison is done at 25 times. It means what? For this program also we need a nested array. In outer array there is I, in inner array there is j. Okay, let us create the program to print sorting of array in ascending order. Sorting of an array in ascending order. Here you need only one array. Take a size, maximum size. Then as you know that you must need a I, j. For exchanging element we need a 10, and for size n, because if you compare the x of I with x of j, and if you find a x of I is greater than x of j, then swap that elements, swap the positions, because here we have only single array for input, we have a single array for processing, and that same array we will print as a output. Therefore you have a here swapping logic. ask user first size of array. Scan the element of X array, ask user. Okay, it is fine. Now process the array. Within outer loop there is I. Within inner loop there is j, but j is beginning from I plus 1. Then here you have to compare whether the x of I, the value or at the location of x of I is greater than x of j. If it is yes, then swap it. You know the logic of swapping because we have discussed it in previous lecture. Whenever loop get close, you have a array in ascending order. Now print the output. You can also print here before sorting and after sorting. I only print here sorted element. Right here printf. Enter the size. Here is the sorting order of array. The smallest element is 11, the biggest element is 85. You can also print the smallest and biggest element from array. Only indicate the positions of or index value. X of 0 is the smallest element and x of n minus 1 is the biggest element. You can also print the smallest and biggest element from an array. By using this logic, you can also apply the logic of descending array. Only change this sign. Here we check the greater than, here check the less than, and you will get the elements in descending order. In that case, you have to print smallest element at the last and biggest element at the beginning of an array. Okay. Now let us discuss the next program, union of array. How the union is performed? If you have an array, or union is a logic opposite to a intersection of array. If here we have a two set x, which is, then there is y. In union what happen? Only common uncommon elements are stored. That is here the logic is the output is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Here 4 5 does not repeat because it already present in X array. If the value is not common, then only it will print the in Z array. For this program, you have to apply logic step by step. You have to first store all the elements from X array to Z array. Okay. Then compare the value of X value of Y array to Z array. If it is not same, then only store under the Z array. That is the opposite logic to intersection of array. But here you have to apply some logic, because if you compare 4 with 1, then what happens? 1 is stored in Z array, but we don't want 1 because 1 is already in Z array. Then how to perform this program, or how to apply the logic for this program? Let us see. Here I have made a program. For this program you have a 3 array a, b and m. Take the variables I, j, k. We will see how this variable use within the program. First, ask user to enter the size of first array and second array respectively. The first array, scan the element of first array, scan the element of second array. Here you have to write printf function. Then scan element of array by using scanf function. Now what will you do here? First, store all the elements from first array to a resultant array as we discussed. Okay, within the result array there is no fixed size, therefore we take a k is equal to 0 and then give increment to a k. Okay, now our resultant array is made. All elements from a array are stored under m array. Now what will be the logic? You have to take a two loops, because, or nested loop, because you want to compare value of second array to a value of first array. If it is same, here be concentrate what is the logic. Look carefully. If the value of a and value of j is equal, then we don't want this value. Therefore, set flag is equal to 1 and take a break. Here your loop get false, or here if you don't take a break here, then what happen? This loop go further. But if the value you got the value is same, then flag is equal to 1, take a break. Whenever you take a break, then your outer loop get incremented, and again this next value is compared with the a of I. But if it is not same, then what? Then flag is 0. And as you know that in case of union we have a uncommon element. Therefore, if the value of flag is 0, then take this value of b of j and store it under the m of k, then k get plus plus. Got it? Again listen carefully. We first store all the elements from a array to m of k. Now check. We have to find an uncommon element. Therefore check if the value of a and j match. Here what happened? A is in inner loop, B is in outer loop. Therefore, this value from B array compared to all elements of A array. If the value is same, then we don't need this value. Therefore, take a break. After taking a break, it will continue in the outer loop. Here we check whether the flag is 0. If the flag is not 0, that is the value is same, then we don't want this value. Therefore, again proceed further, again the j plus plus, then we take the next element from B array and compare to the A array. If it is not same, the value is 0. If the value is 0, then we want this element into the resultant array. Therefore, store this value to a m of k. Like this, you skip the common element from both the array and create a resultant array. Now print the union of array. Let us see the output. Here is the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Because again, I repeat the logic. You first store all these elements 1 to 5 under the resultant array. Then compare these two with 1 first. It is not equal, therefore flag is 0. Then compare to this with 2. It is equal, then it will take the break and j plus plus. Therefore it takes the next element. Like this you will find the uncommon element in the resultant array. It is a simple logic of union, but you need a concentration for this logic. Also you should do a rough work how this element are stored under the resultant array. Now in previous lecture we have seen program swapping, addition, merge, intersection, merge, searching of array. Now all these programs are without function. Now if we want to use function in case of array, then what is the logic? In the function topic we are seeing function call by value. Now let us see the function call by reference. In case of function call by reference, changes made in function are directly reflected into main program. It means what? You don't need a return statement. In previous program, in function lecture, we had use a return statement. But in case of array, all array by default pass to a function by reference. Therefore, you don't need a return statement. Then what is meant by reference? The changes made in function are directly get reflected into main program. Therefore, you don't need a return statement. But why this happens so? Because in this case, instead of variable or instead of value, the variable address is passed from main to function. Therefore, there is a link between arguments from the calling part and arguments at the definition part, and hence changes made to each other directly. In this case, instead of variable, its address is passed as an argument from main to function. Any changes made in former argument which appear at the function definition part in function are directly get reflected back to the main program. Therefore, in case of any type of array, you have a function called by reference concept. Okay, for more details about function, you should study the lecture of function, user defined function. Let us continue. Here, suppose for example, here we create a program of sorting of array. If you want to perform this program in function, then how to write this? Here we change the same program in user defined function. The return type of function is void. The name of function is sort array. You can give any name to a function, you know this. All these things or basic things we had already covered under the function topic. And here pass the argument. If you pass here only integer, then what will happen? Whenever the compiler check this prototype, then he only find that you have a single integer value and you want to pass this value to a function. But here we don't have a single value, we have a set. Therefore indicate here square bracket, empty square bracket. That is, we have a set to pass to a function. Also here we must assign one more value integer for the size of array. Here is the prototype of function, or here is the declaration of function. Now as we know that whenever you have a function, then whole the process is enclosed under a function part. In main you have to only give a call to a function, pass here x array and n size. Now define the function void You can take here same name or different name. There is no matter because linking is made by a reference. Now here you have to declare the variables because above we declare the variable are only local for a given function, that is for a main function only, but you have a this variable in user defined function also. Therefore here declare I, j and temp. Okay, it is the same logic of sorting of array, only we include this part under the function. Then how to use user defined function? You have to first declare the function, then write a main program, take a values from user, create an array, then pass this array to a function, and after successfully execution of function you will get the sorted element of an array. Let us check the output. Here we have an error. What is the error? Okay. Now run the program. Here is the output array in ascending order. There is no difference in output string. If you made a program without function, you made a program with function, there is no difference in output. Only you know that this difference is, or function is important because it reduces a memory, or it is used to save a memory. Okay, like this you can use a function under array, or you can pass a function to a array. You can also you have you remember program of swapping of array? In that case we have a two array for input, two array for output, and also for processing we have used two array. If you want to sum the same program by using function, then let us create program to swap elements of array by user define function, or you can simply call by function. From this program you will clear the concept how to use function within array. Okay, for this program we have a three type of function. The first function is for get array, because we want two array to scan for swapping of element. But here if you have a function for get array, then you can write a only single definition of function, and you can use that function two times within the program. Then void swap array. Here you must have first array, second array, and the size of array. The size is only a single because in case of swapping you have a rule, or it is a rule that your both array must have a equal size. Like this you can take a function for scan and print also. If you don't want to take this argument again and again, then you have a one way that you can take this size as a global. Okay, now declare global size n. It means what? This size you will use under main also and under all the functions. It is a global. First ask user enter size for array. Okay, you have here function, therefore just give the statement enter. Only simply give a call to a function x. Now scan the element of second array also. Here the function is reduce your code. Pass here second array. Now call the function of swap array. Pass here x, y, and you need to print both array as output. Okay, call here show array function. Pass here value x array, then there is again elements of second array. Pass here second array. But as you know that here your program is not get closed. Only your main program is get closed. Now here is the part you have to define a functions. Our first function is void get array. Here is no need to follow the sequence because whenever you call the functions within main, then by this sequence only your function get invoked or get execute. Here take a simple array. You have here variable I, because n is a global, therefore we can directly use here I and n. What happen in this function? Whenever when you pass a x, then this a is referred to x. Whenever you pass, then there is a link in between y and a. Therefore, whenever you scan the element, then appropriately this element stored under x and y array. Now define the function swap array, or if we want the first function show array, there is no any rule about definition of function. You can define in any order. Take the same name as you have used at the declaration. Here is the simple definition of show array. Again, whenever you pass x, then it link with x. Whenever you pass y, it link with y. Now write a function swap array. If we have here two array, we need here I and temp for swapping. We have here global value of n. Now simply you can write yes, right, temp is equal to Okay, there is no need of return statement. Okay, how to create program? Let us see here. You have here three functions: get array, swap array, and show array. Here is the global variable. Within the main program, you need to call all the functions. Therefore, enter the first size of array, then enter first x array, then y array, call the function of swap array, and then print the both array. Here you can also reduce a repetition using function. What is the error? Let us see what happened. Swap array. Here also we take a name swap array. Again check it. What is the error? Oh, here we don't have a x and y. Here we declare local variable or we declare formal variable a and b. You have to carry these variables for processing. Now enter size. If the element of first array are, the second elements are, the second array is. Now the function is called, and after calling the function, after successful execution of function, you will get the element of first and second array or swap element of array. By this program, now you can create sorting, merge. We had already done sorting. Okay, intersection, merge, union, searching, sum of array. All these program you can write by using a function. In the next lecture, we will start a string or character array. Thank you.